Hey guys, sorry about that real quick. We just figured out that it's getting pushed back to, or we're gonna start the stream at 6:04 instead of that being our targeted launch date or launch time. So just checking in with y'all real quick, and I'm gonna leave it on stream on pause. Alright, if you want to go ahead and do it now, you can. I fixed it.
Right now?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. It is June 18th, 2023 at 6:11 p.m. And today we're going to be streaming the Satria mission for you guys. And yeah, welcome. And I'm going to turn it over to Callan.
Good evening, everybody. Of course, my keybinds weren't working in OBS, but we got that over with. Today we are tracking down for the launch of PSN's Satria, maybe satellite launch, and so far everything's looking good. It looks like SpaceX delayed their stream a bit. If you stayed waiting for us to start our stream officially, it looks like they had a bit of a problem with weather or something. But now the launch window is set to instantaneous. They can't hold anymore without scrubbing, so yeah. It's either T minus 9 minutes or T minus 24 hours. We'll see which one. And as you can see, we are doing a more efficient style of webcast. We started about T minus 10 minutes before launch. We did start a bit late from what the schedule was supposed to be, but instead of starting around 30 minutes before launch, we're going to actually start commentary about 15-20 minutes before launch. It is just more efficient that way, and there's less awkward moments of silence, and all the major milestones happen once we're actually like talking. Next major milestone is engine chill, which is where they take some of those really cryogenic propellant, or those really cold propellants that are just so happening to be cryogenic, and feed a little bit of it into the engines. As we know, engines get really hot, but they also, in some places, get really cold. So we want to avoid thermally shocking them at launch. So we put a little bit of that cryogenic fuel in, just a little bit at a time, to help condition them so they don't get thermally shocked at launch. What a tongue twister. And there you can see the drone ship, or you could have seen the drone ship of Shortfall of Gravitas, where this booster is hopefully going to land on today. This will be, I'm not sure exactly what mission it's going to be for it, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11th launch. Or 12th launch, technically. So this booster has previously supported 11 other missions, and it is booster... I'm not sure if it says the serial number. Okay, it won't say. But if I had to guess, it was either like one of the B1060s or 70s. And engine till has begun. The next milestone after this is strongback retract, which is where that strongback, as you can see on the back of it, retracts around 2 or so degrees away. I only say that because I heard it once called out, but I'm not sure. But it retracts a little bit, and then at launch it will tract around like another 40 degrees really quickly. It just throws itself back. And I should probably let you listen into the ad because why not?
Today's launch actually marks SpaceX's 240th.
And they have started their commentary, and I immediately cut them off. As I said, Today marks their 200th launch, or their 240th launch, and their 201st booster recovery if everything goes well. Also, it's like 123, we'll say, consecutive landings of booster if it lands today. Their most recent quote-unquote failure, even though the booster landing is only their secondary mission, was back in 2021, where, as they described it, because they can't really like tell you what exactly happened, because rockets are classified as just really nice and not angry missiles. So there's like a whole law against, like, if you can build your rocket, fine, you'll just have to get approval from the FAA to launch it and the FCC and whatever. But if you build your rocket, shut up and don't tell anybody. Like, it's that kind of thing. So all they said was a little bit of hot gas during the entry burn, or before the entry burn, during like the launch, got where we didn't want it to go in the engine, and the engine cut off. And then during the entry burn, we couldn't have started up all 3 engines because there would have been offset thrust. So we only started up 1 engine. And apparently that wasn't enough thrust, so yeah. Even though the booster, you could have seen on the screen during that mission, you can look it up. It's one of their Starlink missions. You can just search up like SpaceX 2021 failure. You don't have to be very descriptive. There's a lot of videos on it. You can see
All right, guys.
the
Sorry
engines lit
to
up.
cut off Callan, but how are you guys liking these streams? Do you like them? Do you not? And if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, please post them in the live chat, because I do pay attention to them. And in a couple of seconds, you'll see a form with your suggestions. And yeah, fill it out. And yeah, thanks for your feedback.
Alright. You kind of cut my off, but it's fine. I'll have to just switch conversation. And at this point, fueling is starting to complete. Stage 1, RP1, Stage 1 and Stage 2 RP1 loads are already complete. And at this point, Stage 1 LOX load should have finished or is very quickly finishing. At T-minus 2 minutes, Stage 2 LOX load completes, and that marks like all fueling finishing for the launch. The thing that they decided to do with Falcon 9, which there's probably a reason, but I just can't understand why, is make it so that they can't top it off on fuel. If once the fueling stops, it stops. For Starship, I remember on their first test flight, their only test flight, they held it for 5 minutes, 40 seconds away from launch. That's a built-in hold in case anything goes wrong. It's a hold built in, but if there's nothing wrong, it just skips over it. But what had happened was there was a little bit of a engine show problem for the second stage, and they fixed it, and there was a pressurization issue with the second stage, I think, and they fixed it, whatever. I don't know what I just did, so here, let's do that. But they held it for 5 minutes, and they still topped it off on fuel constantly to make sure it was a go for launch. Their excuse for not doing it for Falcon is that the fuel will warm up and boil off. I don't know why they can't just keep adding fuel. Like I said, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm not the expert on it, I say, but everyone calls me the nerd about it. But I'm sure they have the reasoning. And there you can see the purging of all the fuel in that big cloud that is planned. They push out all the explosive liquid oxygen with inert nitrogen. And the vehicle is approaching startup, and I'm going to listen in for launch director's go for launch.
Startup.
The final milestone we're listening for on the nets is the call out from the launch director that we are go for launch.
Come on, you can do it.
SLD on countdown. Go for launch.
And they have said go for launch. That usually means that there's going to be a launch today. Of course, they can still hold up to T-minus 10 seconds, but after that, it's computer guided. They have had holds after or at engine ignition due to engine problems. They once had one engine start up way too quickly, and have a problem with throttle, but that's not happening today. T-minus 15 is passed. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ignition, 0, 1, liftoff. I said 1 in T+, but I don't know why. And liftoff. The rocket is now heading to low Earth orbit. That was kind of awkward to me. I ran out of time on speaking, but whatever. And 30 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal, and it is following a nominal trajectory. I tried to count to the T+, but then my body just aborted. I was like, no, and so that's why I said T+. Like I said, liftoff and then 1, so, yeah. Stage 1 is supersonic. Or the rocket is supersonic. Stage 1 and the rocket alike. And vehicle is passing through maximum aerodynamic pressure. The next major event is MECO, which is main engine cutoff, and then stage separation, and then SES1 or second stage engine startup 1.
You totally just copied off of SpaceX.
I didn't even hear them. I really flunked the countdown because there were too many events happening at once, but whatever. I can count. MECO is coming upon itself in about 20 seconds. And stage 2 engine chill has begun. Oh, what the heck is that cam? Okay. MECO.
Main engine cut.
Stage separation confirmed. Oh, I hear the echo. And MVAC ignition. Stage 1 is already opening its grid fins, which you can see on your screen there. They used to be a lot more reckless with the opening of grid fins. I'll explain after fairings because I don't want to miss that call out. Fairing separation confirmed. But the grid fins, as you saw, they had a staggered opening, but they used to just basically yeet them open because, well, they used to be made out of a lot lighter aluminum that would just like stretch open immediately and just kind of like flop around. I don't know why that I find that so funny, but it kind of was to me. But if anyone forgets the scale of these rockets, this rocket is 230 feet tall in total. And those grid fins are 4 feet by 5 feet long. That's an area of 20 squared feet. And then times 4, which equals 80 square feet of center of pressure control. And Chase, are you still there?
I'm here.
You can see two of the.
Here, can you mute your SpaceX stream real quick? but not yourself, Chase. I was gonna ask you to say something.
Okay, what's up?
So of course, wouldn't you agree? What a magnificent launch, as usual.
Yeah, this was a really good one.
Yeah. It's become routine, but it still brings a nice little tear to my eye in a way.
All right, a few announcements. So if you guys have tuned in the past, we've had like this little intro, like slideshow. I think we're gonna stop those. I think Count already covered this like earlier in the stream, but we're gonna stop those. We're gonna like go more like I
Simplistic.
I don't know the word, but like it's more
Simplistic.
yeah, it's more simplistic if we start like whenever SpaceX starts their stream because it's like sometimes we'll like sit there for like 2 minutes without having anything to say. So like we're trying to prevent that. So with that being said, I'm not sure how much we're gonna have that presentation in, but like if we're introducing a new rocket, we'll obviously like make one and show it to you guys. But yeah.
The entry burn is coming up, which I think this launch, because the speed is going to be a 3 engine entry burn, which is used to slow down the vehicle prior to entering the atmosphere. And if you wonder why it looks black on a like reused vehicle, that's because it's a carbon-based fuel and it flies through its own plume. And stage 1 entry burn startup. And I was correct, 3 engines. I can tell. A little bit of a fun fact, that plume is usually colder than the atmosphere, causing friction on it eventually. I say colder, but it's still like hot. Hot. And stage 1 entry burn has shut down. I don't know if I already called that out already. Next major milestone is Seco 1 for the second stage that we haven't really been talking about because it's just sitting there burning. Whatever. And after that is landing of the first stage. It is important to note that most likely, I think Chase can confirm nor deny, that after stage 1 landing, we are just gonna leave the stream. And
Yeah.
yeah. If only deployment was like 5 minutes after landing, then we would do it, but it has another burn and stuff to complete. We only did that once for Viasat.
Okay, so for some reason I thought I had like
Falcon
the I
slideshow,
thought I had the suggestion.
but you don't. You're gonna post it now.
I thought I had I thought we had a suggestions form, but
Yeah, we did. But hold on, I have to do my old call outs. Okay, Seco 1, and it looks like the Falcon first stage telemetry is cutting out a bit. So, and landing burn startup. They cut out telemetry from the drone trip. I hope they bring it back. Sometimes it gets a little bit glitchy, but as you can see by the rapid decrease in speed, the landing burn has started. And yeah, it's very laggy today, but landing legs have deployed. Ooh, that was smooth. And Falcon 9 has landed on the drone ship. This is its 12th recovery, dot, dot, dot. But this Falcon stage will make its way back to Port Canaveral in a few days. Crews have to go out there and retrieve it. Yeah, so it'll
okay.
be back at Port Canaveral soon.
All right, back to what I was saying. We don't have a like suggestion stream. But we do have a like we could be changing our name soon. So that will be in
You can suggest, but we already know like 99% sure what we're actually going to change it to.
Yeah, but that's in the live chat. So if you guys want to fill it out, you can.
Oh, that's not the live chat.
But we're trying to limit like the spacey things because we are, we game too. But
We game, but there's not a lot of videos that we have recorded, so. I mean, we don't record a bunch because, well, this is like our side gig. We don't do this too much because this isn't mandatory. So, yeah. Hope that makes sense. I don't think anyone's mad if we don't because I don't think many people watch us. But we could always try to do some things. There's always things that I have ready to upload, but I'm just too lazy to edit them. There's still way too many fighter jet videos that I have. If you've seen any of the shorts from that one air show that I went to recently, I will definitely be posting more of them soon. And if Chase has anything else to say before we end the stream, he ought to say it now.
thank you guys for watching, and we hope you'll be here in the next stream. Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Forgot to show them our schedule. First off, for those of you who aren't in the Discord, if you have Discord, join it. Second, the next launch that we're gonna be streaming is NRLL 68 Delta 4 Heavy. I know it looks like a late time for us. Well, yes, it is. But me and Chase already have a plan to wake up at around 3 a.m. Or so he said he can. You still can, right, Chase?
Maybe.
If not, I'll still do it on my own. I really just want to stream this launch because it's the last launch of the Delta 4 Heavy. And then after that, we're definitely going to stream the Starlink Group 5-7 on the 22nd. Can you do that, Chase?
Yeah.
Oh, frick. The time. Oh, no. You'll have to wake up in the middle of the night to do it. It's 1:36 a.m.
Oh, we'll see. I don't know.
I can definitely do it if I remember to.
I'm not as much as a night owl as Callan is.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Discord is in the live chat. For some reason, it's not like an actual clickable link, so you're gonna have to like copy it in your browser. But
yeah. And make sure you set our links. Never mind, I already set our links to unexpirable. Maybe it is expirable. I don't care.
it's not.
Okay. But the next launch after that, I think Chase can do this June 23rd on a Friday at 9 a.m. We can do a 9 a.m. launch, right? You're always awake, right? Yeah. You're a morning bird. What is it called? A night owl and a what?
Morning bird.
Yeah, I guess. Virgin Galactic. Early bird.
No, early bird. Yeah. Early bird gets a worm.
Yeah. Spaceship 2 Galactic 1. I don't know if Chase can stream that. It's at 8 p.m. on a Monday. But yet again, I can. And all of the things on the schedule for now, Chase can still stream, even though Chase starts school way before I do, which I'm kind of really mad about. But whatever. Kind of just have to deal with that. Because Chase is going to year-round, and I'm going to traditional. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Don't say your school location again, Chase. But, okay. Back to what I was saying. Galactic, Spaceship 2, Galactic 1, that's an unconfirmed launch date, but it's roughly when it's supposed to launch. And yeah, we can definitely do that. Firefly Alpha, Vicious Nox, we can stream, but all of the unconfirmed launch dates are set to 8 p.m. So once the actual date comes out, we'll update you, or we'll just say in our Discord if we can or can't. But for now, everything that's basically everything we can stream except for Falcon 9 Block 5 Euclid at 11:11 a.m. You can do that, right? On July 1st at 11:11.
Probably.
Alright. So, sorry guys, we're extending the stream. We don't know what we're talking about. I'm bored now. But we're going to stop streaming now, and I hope you enjoy. Goodbye.